because I'm ready to roll, y'all.
See, we huge, right? And I'm just trying to understand why so much of this fatty stuff be looking so good that they be posting online, like that I have no business looking at because I done already ate one or two cheeseburgers too many. Because
Oh
apparently I
yeah.
have no self control and gained so much weight. Now I'm a fatty, and now I'm struggling to lose it. And summer's almost here.
I think they should just come up with a pill that a nigga could take and just lose the weight. You know what
There
I'm
is a
saying?
pill, but that's not healthy either.
No, I'm talking. Man. If they had a pill
They
that I could,
do.
no, I'm talking about no workout, no nothing.
They
I would
do.
just take it. You know what I'm
They,
saying? What's the name of it?
they do. They have it.
I
It
would.
exists.
I would.
Cause you know what? The girls, cause you know how the girls go for their surgeries and stuff or whatever. And if their BMI is too high, the doctor won't let them, get those surgeries and stuff. They got to lower their BMI. So they want to lose it the fast way. So the pills are supposed to be prescribed, but of course, the people know how to get stuff online from the scammers and stuff. And it makes you drop the weight. But it's also like they have crazy side effects and stuff. It's really not good for you.
Like what? Cause
Just be bulimic for a little bit. You
what?
know what that
Nah.
is?
Yeah. Come on, man. Stop playing with me,
I'm
B.
just asking. You said, your education skills and stuff ain't that great.
This
Hello,
is what.
everyone. We're gonna
This what I'm
wait. We're
telling
gonna
you.
keep chatting a little bit until you guys filter in and give people opportunity to get here. But go ahead with your response. You're gonna be
I
bulimic.
yeah. Nah. I don't.
I tell you one
Nah.
thing. It wasn't my fault or like I was intentionally doing it. But when I was pregnant and I was throwing up my whole pregnancy from start to finish, baby, let me tell you how I went into pregnancy being one weight, and when I came out of pregnancy at the end, I was smaller than I was before I got pregnant. And then I got pregnant again, and then I got even smaller because I couldn't hold food down. Every time like the wind blow, I'm throwing up. I couldn't hold nothing down, and I was slim. I looked.
I,
I mean,
I think they just
it
needed.
was it was great. It was amazing.
I
It was
need a cheat
horrible throwing
code.
up, but it was great being smaller and slim.
I need a cheat code. I mean, they got a cheat code for niggas who dicks can't come up, right? They got a cheat code. It's called
Right.
Viagra, Cialis, and shit like that.
Oh, that they also got the surgery stuff that y'all could put in here too. You could give yourself more girth. You could length, stamina because it will stay firm for you and all that. They got those too.
You go to a doctor, just ask them for addictomy,
Yeah,
and
and they will. I mean, you
get a
might
couple of
want to
more
make sure you
inches.
research your doctor good because if he fuck up, then it's
Well, I
sad.
mean, I'm all
So
right. I'm all right in that session. I don't need no you know, God already performed his surgery.
you get on my nerve.
Let the church say amen. You
We're
know what I
not
mean?
saying
But
amen to that.
we
We're
need
not
we
doing
need a
that.
cheat code to losing weight. Cause I just went today, man, to Planet Fitness to make sure that I'm gonna pick the one that I'm gonna go to. Cause I've had a fucking membership for years, and I just never went to it after I
Just get
changed
free
shifts.
money.
Yeah, yeah. But I seen that they had this little water massager in there today. They call it the aqua massager, and they got the whole body massager thing. So
Did you test it out?
nah. I'm gonna do everything tomorrow. Everything tomorrow. Everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing my little workout bag with me to work. You
And
know what I
Planet
mean?
Fitness has this now?
Yeah. You gotta be a black card member though. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? They
wow.
give you the massage and shit.
That's a $25 a month one, right?
It's 20. Well, I still pay 20 because I've been doing it for at least 8 years. I'm grandfathered in.
They said that you'd have been paying and not coming. You could
That's okay.
just keep paying
That's
and not
okay.
coming.
It's just $20. I mean, shit. I mean, we done fucked off some money before. You know what I mean? That ain't shit. But listen, I want to get into, what I'm saying? I want to talk to my folks this weekend. I want to talk to my folks today about the lovely weekend I had that I was able to experience, you know what I mean, with my boy Eric and his wife Sherry. You know what I mean? Oh man, they showed us a hell of a time out there in Georgia this weekend. I mean,
So
we had
Mika said that you guys have new guests, and Marcus said, "Come to Milford. That's the one I go to."
Mark. Oh, where? Oh, but listen, let me get. talking about my people. So I met this guy, man. I just found out his name today. Really, I was talking to him all weekend, but his name was John. Good guy, man. You know what I'm saying? He was able to sit down, look at the podcast for a minute. You know what I mean? And he, he said it's not for the weak, but he
No,
love it. You
it's
know what I'm
true.
saying? It's not for the weak. He said, but he love what we got going on. So I want to give a big shout out to him because I mean, I appreciate the love. I appreciate
Of
the love
course.
that everybody at that wedding reception who took the time to, you know, view my shit, view our shit. You know what I
You
mean?
just say be disrespecting. No home training. Continue.
I appreciate everybody that was just like, yo, they kind of treated me like a celebrity out there, man. I got I swear to God, I was
Not a
able to get up.
celebrity. You
I
definitely don't
swear,
need no hype. I
I'm not dragging
swear.
it. I'm
If
not dragging it.
if we ever or when we let's claim it, when we get up there, I don't even think I want to be around you in person because you're going to get on my nerve. You're going to drag it,
I
and
promise you, I'm
eh,
not gonna Shannon Sharp you. I promise
yeah,
you,
no, like
I'm not
you
gonna Shannon
gonna.
Sharp you. I'm still gonna
I'm
eat
gonna be
fried
like,
squirrel
yeah, no,
and all that
we.
shit.
It's
But
not that. No, it's you just don't know how to act when people start surrounding you like flies and stuff, and you feeling yourself. You get the cheese in it, showing off. I'm out of there.
you're bugging because I want you to understand that even before this podcast,
You was dramatic,
or
so imagine you getting
no,
worse.
everywhere I go, people love me. People love Bamboo. I swear to God, everywhere I go.
Oh
I
boy.
swear to you, man. We was at the reception, and people was coming in, and it was like saying to Tamika, like, "Where's your husband? Where da da da." And I sit there and I tell jokes and stories for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I'm gonna tell you the funniest shit, and then we gonna get on our topics. The
Hmm.
funniest shit. I gotta move my headphones when I do the shit. The funniest
Oh,
shit
wait,
that
wait.
happened.
Move it again, cause I didn't see you move the headphones. Let me see what it looked like.
I didn't move them yet. I'm gonna move them though.
All right,
Listen,
so let me know when you do it, cause I be multitasking, and I
the
need to
the
Celeste
funniest
said smelling
shit.
yourself much, and he is sure
Man,
is.
listen, I'm that guy. But anyway, the funniest shit, man. We got somebody in our family. We love him to death. You know what I'm saying? His name is Eddie,
I thought
and
you said you don't love nobody to death,
we love him to death. It's just a figure of speech. I'm not dying for nobody.
and you said figure of
It's just
speech.
a
You ain't
figure of
telling your
speech. It's
kids you
just
love them
something
to
that
death.
you. It's just something that you say. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Upon
not
death,
just. I'm not
it's just
telling
something that you
everybody I
say. You
love them to
just move to
death.
the side.
No,
But
it's not. It's not a figure of speech.
this the funniest shit because I swear to God, when I tell you this nigga sunned me this weekend,
Hmm.
he sunned me this weekend. This nigga was like, "Yeah, Maury, da 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 da," and the
Smack your
nigga
bad
took
head, bald
not
head.
the nigga took his hand and he palmed my shit
That was
just
a
like this.
firm
Yo,
fact.
the nigga palmed my. He already heavy handed as fuck, but my nigga palmed my shit.
So you should have
You f-
caved his chest in. What did you being heavy
nah
handed
nah
on
that's
my
my
head for?
nah
That's a
that's my that's my
concussion.
that's my guy. He's our guy. He's our guy. He palmed my shit, and I said, "Yo, man, unhand me, man, unman me, bruh. The fuck." But yo, but I tell you, listen, man, again, I'm gonna get to our topics, but yo, I want to give a big shout out to everybody
Mika
that
said
showed
Eddie,
me
my
some love.
Mookie, and It's your boy said, "Yo, that's my Eddie."
I want to give a big shout out, man, to everybody that showed me, my wife, and my crew this weekend a spectacular time in Georgia. Yes, I'm saying I still think niggas in Georgia think they more than what they really are sometimes. But man, they showed us a good time, man. I'm talking about
That's
from the
good.
time we touched down to the time we left. So big shout out to that man, and again, congratulations to you know uh, Eric and Sherry. If it's two people
I
on this
wish I
earth that
could
I
have
think
witnessed
deserve
the
each
head
other.
squeezing.
Oh
Sometimes,
man,
sometimes you need to be juiced.
he
When you
sunned
get
me.
crazy, he needs to just grab that head and squeeze a little bit, get some of the hyper juice out.
My boy sunned me. He sunned me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but
Okay, so
let's
let's jump into this
jump
topic.
into this shit.
So okay, you were getting ready to explain to me about the beef from Chris Brown and Quavo. I have no idea really why they're beefing, probably over a chick, but go
Carucci's
ahead and
coochie.
explain.
Carucci's coochie.
But wait,
I
I
mean,
thought
It's
I thought
Karuchi.
Karuchi was done.
What you talking about? Yo, first of all, she a bad bitch. Let's make
Okay,
that.
what that got to do with anything?
Let's get that clear. And I can understand why. I can understand. Yeah, I can understand why Chris is going crazy over her.
She's
You know what I'm saying?
beautiful, but the whole point is they haven't been together in how long? So
Yeah,
what do
but
we
we got that black man mentality. You know what I'm saying? Once that's my pussy, that's always my pussy. And we got that black man
that's
mentality.
toxic.
That it's not.
It
It's not.
is. It is.
It's really not. You know,
It really is.
nah. You see your ex. You see your ex with another nigga, unless this bitch was
The crazy part is y'all
horrible.
say that about the girls, and the girls be trying to be like, "Oh, they don't even want to claim you."
That's not true. Y'all
Yes,
lying
yes.
because
No,
y'all
we don't
see
even be
y'all.
wanting to.
If y'all see us with our new chick, y'all get around y'all
You know,
girlfriends,
like,
and y'all be like,
we
ah,
know
this
she
nigga
getting that
downgraded.
wax
Eh,
stuff.
Yeah,
He
fact.
ain't hitting on nothing with
Yeah,
his
but
shrimp. You know, like don't.
y'all not the only
I'm
one
not
that
gonna
think about
drag
that.
it
Yeah,
because you know,
y'all not the only one that do that though. We do that shit too.
Tranika said most definitely is.
We do that shit too. We
We'd be
see a
like,
chick.
oh, what was
We
I
see a
thinking?
nigga. We see a nigga
Her
holding on
headache
to our
now.
ex. We see a nigga holding on to our ex, and we just like, first of all, we know the type of brain he getting. We know what type of pussy he getting. Nigga had that had that.
Tranika said also, my walk past you like I never knew you game is strong.
That's not true. She's a liar. She's a liar. Off the rip, she's a liar.
Just crazy.
No chick can walk by their ex and be like, oh, da 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 da. That's a
You
lie.
know they have stalking crimes and stuff and harassment crimes, and it's a felony in most places. So you know you don't have to be physically in somebody's face harassing them online and
The
just
the
like
the
being
man
constantly. She should press charges. Anybody that's being
the
stalked
man
should press
listen,
charges.
the man lover, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Quavo, he always
He
try to
loved
rub
her
it
so
in.
much that allegedly he went to choke the life out of her.
Right, we're not getting back into that because
We don't want to talk about when they acting up.
hold on now, because y'all act up too. Y'all
So
act
put
up
your
too.
hands around somebody's throat, like you saying
Man, listen,
anything.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I've already said what I had to say about that topic in that situation. Anybody that needs to know how I feel about that needs to refer to episode whatever. But occasionally, sometimes you gotta grab a female by her shoulders and ask her what the fuck you thinking about. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta do that. You know what I mean? That's not physical. That's not assault. You know,
And so it's your boy said once mine, always able to hit that. Y'all really that sounds really stalker-ish.
that's not.
Celeste says, my shit is off the hook. Act as if you are harassing me. Wait a minute. Q did it. Hold on. It's these little thing. Did it to her. So I don't know. But either way, let's get into this
It's what
whole
it could be. What it can be. I mean, like everybody sees their ex. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yo, if y'all had a bad breakup, fuck the bitch, fuck the nigga. If you had a bad breakup, you know what I mean. But if you still festering feelings for this person, you know what I mean, then the shit like this gonna happen. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, Quavo got bodied by a singing nigga. He did.
I'm trying to tell you. So
He got
okay.
bodied. And I'm a Quavo. I don't know you. I don't pretend like I know you. But man, you need to call Offset and y'all need to jump Chris. Because I'm telling you, man, Chris whooped your ass with these verses, bro. You need to
Listen,
call, make up amigo, and you and Offset need to go over to Takeoff's. Y'all need to go to Takeoff's grave site and y'all come up with some shit together, man, because you're gonna need a dead nigga to
no,
help you with this.
they gonna need a ghostwriter at
Yeah,
this point.
literally a ghostwriter.
They gonna
Take
need
off.
no
Literally. You're gonna need to take he lit y'all
he
ass up. I'm telling you.
listen. So
One of the
Celeste said
verses
for
this
real.
one of the
Huh?
verses this nigga said was when Takeoff got killed, he said, yo, niggas was wishing it was you.
Y-
Oh,
yes. I mean, Chris,
Oh,
he came with so many bars. My
that's such
feelings
a
was hurt.
dark.
Like I was like, I was listening. So I, of course, I haven't been since all of work and all this
Yeah, yeah,
training
yeah, yeah.
program and stuff I'm going through. But I had got sent this stuff like, oh, did you hear? What's whatever, whatever. And so I'm like, no, like Chris Brown rapping, like don't he sing? Okay, like we having a Drake Meek repeat, like what's going on? So I listened to it and then I just felt like I was like, okay, Quavo sound like he from a couple years ago with his style. Like it
Uh,
needed to shift a little bit. And then his bars was kind of, I mean, they was a little flat, they was a little weak. I heard Chris, I had to listen, I had to pull over and take this
unman me,
in.
unman me, nigga.
I'm trying to tell you.
Unman
Chris,
me, nigga. Yo,
listen.
he went.
Jasmine said big tourist energy. Rock Rolla said Chris Brown was a rapper before doing R&B.
Chris,
Mika
let me
said
tell you something.
Chris.
This the crazy part about it. This the crazy part about it. Quavo tried to mention some shit about Chris fucking up Rihanna, right? And
Why is
Chris,
he?
Chris was like, nigga, you fucked the bitch up on the elevator. Don't act like we ain't got the video. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh man.
The
Listen,
pot calling the kettle black.
facts. Yo, listen what I'm telling you, B. Them two, Quavo need to call Offset. They need to go to Takeoff's gravesite, get a real ghostwriter, and let that man, all three of them need to
But
jump Chris Brown.
isn't Offset and Quavo not like
Yeah,
they
but they
beefing?
need to make up. If Chris did that to me, I'd call Offset and I'd be like, yo, listen, my
We
nigga,
gonna have to squash it. We
we
gotta
got
be
to
dead
put this
that.
shit to the side because these singing niggas is out of line. They out of pocket. Yo, when I tell you
Listen,
he
he
lit
better
his
scrap.
ass up.
He better contact Drake and Cardi and
No,
find out who are their ghostwriters and
no.
add to that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Quavo, just leave it alone, bro.
He should have
Because
never responded
no,
back in the first place.
just leave it
He
alone, bro.
didn't
And I'm
learn.
gonna tell
It's
you,
literally a repeat. When Meek Mill he did it, then Drake, and then they did it, and then they came back, and then
it,
you ain't hear Meek Mill career like it's just been at a standstill since.
after a month from now, bro, nobody gonna even remember it. Yes,
Ooh,
I'm saying they not going.
the way he got
If
scooped up,
if
ain't
Quavo
nobody
leave it the fuck,
forgetting.
if
Quavo
Quavo
say
leave it the fuck
Quavo
alone,
look at somebody funny. They gonna be like, oh, you ain't have that energy for Breezy. You
but
can't tell. You can't do nothing around a nigga. The first thing they gonna say is, "You ain't have all that for so and so. Let me call
he
so and so. See what you got to say."
Quavo should not have answered
He can't
when
blink wrong.
Chris Brown started. And he said, I think I should say yo. And Quavo turned around. He should have left her the fuck alone. I'm telling you, Chris lit into his ass. And
I
big
didn't
up
know
the
Chris had
breeze.
that in him. I
Big
didn't.
up, big up the breezy, man. I mean, I'm telling you, Usher, you dodged the bullet. You should have left transparency alone. You dodged the bullet. Because transparency was really on Chris Brown's song. But
Mm.
you dodged the bullet, nigga, because if he would have came for you, all that Diddy shit, allegedly, that shit was coming out. But
Listen,
big up to Chris Brown, man, because he took some time on that.
I mean, it was just a different level, like a different caliber. Like it was almost as if Chris was the rapper and Quavo was the singing nigga, and Quavo was out of his league. Like it was no competition. Like it
Well,
wasn't even. It didn't feel like a fair fight. It felt
well,
like how like you pull up to somebody fighting, right? Like it's a fight. And you got somebody that's an experienced fighter. I wish we could really like play it, but then we're gonna get kicked for copyright
yeah,
issues.
don't
But
don't.
I know we ain't gonna press play, but it's like you watch somebody get dragged and and they be like, oh my god, somebody help her. Oh my god, break it up. Oh, let go her here. Oh my god. Like that's how I felt listening to the two. It's just like it did not feel like a fair fight. And like Quavo didn't want to fight. He just sat there and got dragged.
Nah, man. But I mean, let's keep it 100, man. The Migos got a flavor, they got a flow, but it ain't a Chris Breezy flow.
No,
You
the
know what I
thing
mean?
is,
Chris Breezy got a
that's
nation
fine
behind him.
having a flavor and flow, but you still need more solid bars than what you had. Like
Man,
I feel like I
I'm
don't
telling
know.
you, man.
Like I feel like he showed up to a gunfight with a knife. Like he
I
was
feel
way
like
underprepared.
if I was to see Quavo right now, man,
I would just be like, my
I think Qua
condolences.
I think Quavo trying to press charges. That man, that man literally put his hands on him. And listen, this is something. Um,
He
yo,
definitely got aggravated assault. Chris
let
Brown assaulted that man.
this one I'm gonna tell you. And another beatdown that happened this weekend is Devin Haney talking all that shit to Ryan Garcia and goes down 3 times in one fucking fight that he's never been down before. Leave that man alone, bro. And Devin, let me tell you something, man. This ain't got nothing to do with the topic that we were talking about, but I promise you, Tank will never fight you now because he has nothing to gain. If that boy did not show up overweight, you'd be beltless right now. Stop talking shit and stop fucking with Tank because you are not the next Mayweather. I promise you that. That
You
ass
said
whooping was
who now?
real. Devin Haney. His father talks a lot of shit. His father talked a lot of shit to Tank, talk about, oh, you running from my son. And let's be clear, Tank knocked Ryan's ass out. You know
Wait,
what I'm saying?
Tank. Who say? I think I might know who Tank.
Tank,
Who? That's the
Devontae.
okay. All right. I just was making sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That one. That's a different breed too.
Listen,
He's something else. I'm
Tank,
not fighting
Tank,
him either.
Tank has proven that he is the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? The face of boxing right
How
now.
we get into that? But go ahead.
Because it was another ass whooping. Oh man, Sean, that was a good one, baby. That man ain't that man ain't never been down in 3 in his whole career. And Ryan knocked him down 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And then this motherfucker had the man upper lip bleeding, the bottom lip bleeding, split his tongue, and they said the nigga jaw broke. Man, y'all better stop fucking with these people, man, if you can't fight. But he got a good jewelry collection. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Slow back. So the other dude beat up the Tank dude.
No, Tank ain't fighting. Tank fought Ryan, knocked
Okay.
Ryan's ass out, right?
Okay.
Devin Haney was like, I whooped Tank ass during the sparring match. And he was like, I'll fight Ryan. And Ryan wound up beating his ass.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? So Tank ain't never going to fight him now. He's never going to fight him now. No.
But my
Yeah,
thing is, if he said he beat him in sparring, but I thought Tank had an undefeated record.
yeah, but sparring don't count. Sparring
Mm.
don't count. Sparring is in the gym and everybody ain't giving what they got. But that, I just wanted to touch in on that, man, that, because after that fight, I'm going to be honest with you. Man, the way that little Spanish boy whooped up on Devin, I think I could beat him too. Man, I think I can whoop his ass too, man. But, them is chances I ain't willing to take, man. Let me move on to my next thing, man. I just wanted to talk about that briefly
Well,
because
so we
I,
had okay, let me catch up on these comments. Celeste said facts, throw up the peace sign. Um there was a poll done that says who's winning, Chris Brown or Quavo. 100% said
100%
Chris
Chris
Brown.
Brown.
I mean, that was easy.
100%.
Mika said hell yes, Chris. Rock said Breezy is a lyrical beast in the genres he does, and Pretty Boys are winning. You know what? To be honest, I don't think this is really about being a pretty boy or whatever. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Jump on a live and share your opinion too on any of these things we talked about. Or if you want to talk about something else, go ahead. Feel free.
Man, I just knew
Click the
that
little
this
link in the pin post and jump in. But
I
anyway,
just knew that this guy that I was talking to this weekend, I just knew he was gonna call in because he was a fan. And he was like, I'm calling. So I'm hoping that he just got busy with some shit
mhm,
because I appreciated Paul's. I appreciated his energy.
right.
You know what I'm saying? No Diddy.
Mm,
That's the
I
new
don't
shit,
know.
That's the new shit. It's like no Diddy. Cat Williams said Diddy like the party. You got to
Dude,
tell him
and you
no.
got to tell that man no.
But let
Mm.
me move into our next topic.
So
You know what I'm saying?
last
Go ahead.
video you had said you wanted to talk about the favorite child, favorite
Versus
parent.
the favorite parent.
Is
And
that okay?
I want I mean, yeah, it's okay. I
Mm,
mean, nothing for nothing. Everybody got a favorite something. And I mean, although you love your children, you can't, it's almost impossible to say I love them the same. It's almost fucking
No, the thing
possible.
is, I don't think the correct term would be that you love them the same. You can love them equally, but love them in different ways because they're different people. You have a different relationship with each of them. They're different personalities, and you bond with them differently. So to say that you like love them exactly the same, I don't think is
No,
realistic. But to say that you love them equally is okay. I don't have a
no,
favorite kid. I love both my kids. I'll
you
die for both
can't
my
love
kids.
them equally.
Yeah, yeah, you can.
It's impossible.
I
It's
love both my kids
impossible.
equally. I have a
There's
different
there,
relationship with both
there's
of them,
there's a one
but
relationship with a child that you're not gonna get with another child. There's more. There's one
right.
level of respect you're gonna get from a child that you're not gonna get from this child,
Okay.
and it's just like you love. I mean, it's not okay to say or show which one it is. It's not okay for that,
Yeah, but it's
but
also
it's okay to
okay
have
for
them.
me to feel like I love both of my children equally. I have a different relationship, a different bond with each of them, and I love them equally. Whereas this one might be, more affectionate. This one might be, we spend time bonding doing, I don't know, arts and crafts or some shit. I don't know, just different things. You just have the different roles. But
As a
it's
man,
yeah, no.
as a
I don't
man,
believe in
sometimes
favoritism
it's
for
like,
kids.
as a man, you love your daughter, you love your son. You can never, in my personal opinion, you can never love them equally. But at some point in time, like you grasp and gravitate towards one more. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that you wish
But
the other one,
even if
not that
you
you,
even
it's
if
not
you
that you
were
wish
to
the other one,
gravitate to one more,
you
that doesn't
gravitate towards
necessarily
them
mean that
more.
you
Yeah,
love them more.
I'm gonna
You
because you're
their
gonna show that one.
personality just clicks with you better, but that
You're
doesn't
gonna
mean you
and you're
necessarily
gonna
love them
you're
more.
gonna show them more attention. You're gonna and eventually gonna love them more. And it's just like if anybody that never seen that movie, the Good Son, pay attention to that. I mean, nothing for nothing, it happens. And I mean, like I said, it's not okay to say, look, I love him more than you. I love her more than you. It's not okay to do that. Not to verbally bring it out loud, but it's okay to have a favorite. If you
Here's the
got a
thing.
favorite ice cream, it's okay to have a favorite child. And
To
and and,
say,
and
yeah,
children,
but you're comparing your
I'm not
children to
comparing.
ice cream. You are. The thing
I'm
is
not.
this. I don't believe that it's okay because although you might not be verbalizing it, your body language is showing it. You think that the other kids or even that child too can't see that you have a favorite.
But they
If
need to.
parents
They need
parents
to.
parents that actually pick a favorite child or have a favorite child or believe that that's okay, they think that they're being neutral and they're not. It's always clear as day to everyone in the world but them that they're showing favoritism to another child. I just think that it's tacky to pick a favorite child or to say I have a favorite child. You should love, again, you have a different relationship and a different love with each individual child, but to have like, oh, I love this one more than the other. Now you can say, oh, I prefer this personality type better than the other one, but to say that you love, like, love is unconditional. So it doesn't matter what personality type you have. It doesn't matter what your temperament is. It doesn't matter if you unconditionally love somebody. There shouldn't be any conditions attached to that
It's
love or
not.
the amount of love
It's
that I'm
not a
giving you. Period.
problem. It's not. It's
It
not a
is. It's
problem. It only
disgusting to
become.
me.
It only becomes a problem when you verbally say it out loud,
No, but you
or
show it. You
or
show
you
it.
show it,
You
or you
automatic. You
really
can't. You're
show it.
biased, so you're
But
showing it even when you
you
don't
got
know that you're showing it.
because you got that
Who's your
one
favorite
child.
kid?
What happened?
Who's your favorite kid?
No, we're not doing that. We
Who's your
not
favorite
doing that.
kid?
We're not doing that.
You
We're
just
not
said it's
doing that.
okay, and now you're saying
I
you're
said
not
this,
doing
and I
that.
also said it's not okay to verbally say it out loud. You got
That's
that one.
childish.
It's not. You
It
got that
is.
one kid that you got that. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you. You got that one kid that don't want to fuck with you, and it's just like, oh, I can't stand my dad. You know, and it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? Because I never said I wanted a friend. I always said I wanted to have children. I don't want no friends. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's okay, and it's okay. And children, I want you to understand this. It's okay to have a favorite parent. It's okay. It's okay to say, listen, man, I love mom more than I love dad. It's okay. The fuck? I mean, those are your personal feelings. Because and women set men up for that goofy shit. Because we're the disciplinarians,
Not
right?
always.
And what happens is the kid wind up getting more discipline from us, more ass whoopings from us, and then they're like, I can't stand dad. where mom is walking around here fucking on lilies and shit, and she done not knowing that she's sick dad on you, goofy. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. You can have a favorite. It's all right.
So it sounds like the issue would be with the mom and not the kids, and you're putting all of that on the kids and adjusting your
Nah,
relationship
nah.
according to that.
Kids have their favorite. They got. There was a challenge that was done on TikTok before
Even if
where
kids have a favorite, I just don't think that it's okay for the parent to have a favorite.
that's a double standard.
I mean,
No,
it may be the case, but
it's a double standard. It's okay for me to have a favorite, like it's okay for you to have a favorite. We still love each other, but we got a favorite, and that's okay. In my eye,
well, let me
it's
see what these
okay.
comments are saying. El Hermanos is saying, parents show love to their kids in different ways. Nina says, as a woman, it's different. We carry them and bond with them all in the womb. Now, do we have different relationships with each child? Absolutely. But to love them differently is insane, especially if you carry birth and raise them. Love from a mother to a child should be unconditional. Dad's perspective versus mom perspective on this matter. And then It's Your Boy said, nah, I totally disagree because you build up resentment among your children. Each child is unique and expressing favoritism can create tension. And it does because, again, you think that
I
you're being neutral and you're not. Like,
I
people
just
see it.
said I just said it was not okay to show it. It's okay to feel it. It's okay. It's
But
okay
that's
to
what
have
you
those.
keep saying, that if you feel it, you're going to show it
Nah, you won't.
naturally.
You won't.
By default,
You
if
won't.
you feel that you have a favorite, you are going to
You won't.
unconsciously, subconsciously show it. It's
Man,
not going
listen.
to be an action. You're not going to say, "Oh, I'm going to show them that this is my
It's
favorite." That's
not.
not how it
It's
happens. It's
not a
just
doubt.
that's what
It's not
happens.
a doubt in my mind that amongst my children that they have a favorite parent. It's not a doubt in my
We're not. So I'm
motherfucking
talking
mind.
about as far
I'm
as
just
having a
saying.
favorite kid.
It's not a doubt in my fucking mind. But if it's okay for you to have a fucking favorite parent, then it should be okay for me to have a favorite fucking child. Are you stupid? Are you dumb?
Nina
It's gotta
said,
be a neutral situation. You know what I'm saying? And listen, some kids you can just, and it's okay as a parent to be like, man, this fucking kid again.
somebody chime in and share their opinion. Jump into the live and let's hear what you guys have to say. So It's Your Boy also said, if you feel it, you're going to show it. Nina
No,
said, I felt my mom fave was my brother, and boy did I act out on it. LOL. And
but
Celeste said, I can't answer that.
Nina's wrong.
I can't
Nina's
answer that
wrong,
one because I will still love them.
and she's lying too. She's lying
But
too.
how you telling everybody what
She's
they're
lying too.
lying about?
Because these are
So,
people. These are people that I personally know,
all
and
right.
I've seen them
So
around
you
their
think, do you
children.
think I have a favorite?
Child?
Yes.
Yes.
There is no way in hell. There's no way. I'm not even gonna ask you who, because there is no way. Everything I do, yeah, there's
First of
no
all, you can
way.
stop
There's
shaking
no
your head.
way.
That don't
Yeah,
move
I can
me.
shake my head all I want to shake my head.
You do.
There is no. I don't have a favorite child. There's
That's your personal opinion.
-%. No, it's a fact.
We are here on a
God
show
Himself
that's
will come
called.
down
We
here
are
and
here on
tell
a
you
show that's
right
called
now.
Matter
Is
of
Yeah, but it's
Opinion.
not. This is not an opinion. It is a fact that I do not have a
I've
favorite
seen
child.
you
God
interact
Himself
with
will
your
come here
children.
right now.
I've
You
seen
see
you
me
interact
interact
with
with
your
my
children.
children and
I've seen.
adapt to their
I've seen you.
personality
Yeah, I've
types.
seen you take
Does not mean that I
more.
have a favorite child.
I've seen you take more shit off of one than you will another. I have seen
Take
it.
more stuff off of one than
No,
another.
I
What does
didn't
that
say
mean?
stuff. More shit. I've
What's
seen you
more
take more
shit?
shit.
Okay,
More
so
shit.
what? More
I've seen.
shit like what? What kind
Listen,
of shit?
this ain't a personal thing, man. Let's
So
move on.
listen,
Let's move
but it
on.
is, it's my opinion. And
Nah, it's
so
not.
and
Go ahead.
if the only thing that I think your boy head might be talking about is the fact
What's with the
of that
insults?
I have a son and I have a daughter. So there are certain extents to which I will allow my daughter lengths to go through and then my son, but it does not mean that I'm treating them unequally or differently or whatever the case may be, or that I have more love for another. I have a black son, right? There's going to
Okay.
be an extent where certain shit just after a certain point, we got to get it together, son. And that's just what it is. But it doesn't mean that I have a favorite,
I
period.
get you. I get you.
And so let's see what this poll says. So, do you have a favorite child and is it okay? 61% says no, 38% says yes. And then let's see.
So that just goes to prove that my point is that it happens that you do have a favorite. It can happen.
Nina
32%.
said, laughing my ass off at Nina is wrong. She said, add her to the live. Nina, click the link. And
Yeah, I
is it
mean,
okay for your kids to have a favorite parent? 66% said yes, 33% says no.
it
And
happens.
Celeste says, no, I'm not. She said, I tried the link. It's not working. I
She's
don't
lying.
know why it's not working.
Celeste is lying. I've seen it. I've seen it with Celeste. I've seen it. And I know one person that ain't say shit, but she know I know.
Who? Oh, well, you ain't going to say it.
Oh no,
Well,
I'm not.
here's
I
the
will
thing.
never say. I
So,
will
like,
never
I
say
know,
Nika.
I know, I know my mom has a favorite kid, and it shows. We just retested the link, Nina. It's working. Are you sure you're clicking it right?
Listen, out of all my peoples that I fuck with, we've had these conversations, and it's okay. It's fucking okay. It's not like you murdering one kid to save another. It's okay.
If you have a favorite and you had to choose between saving one or the other, you're gonna save your favorite kid. That's crazy.
Of course, of course. But I mean, at the end of the day,
Okay,
it's
so Nina
okay.
might be joining soon. She created an account.
It's so man.
Let's
Listen,
see.
it's okay, man. And
Nah.
I don't want. Listen, you should not beat yourself up if you find yourself, liking one child more than the other. You shouldn't beat yourself up. It's human anatomy. It happens. It's feelings. That's just what we do as humans. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I
Mm.
mean,
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on
well,
that.
I mean, that's why we got our
Now,
show.
your second thing that you wanted to inquire about is it okay for a man to share that he has postpartum depression?
See,
Absolutely.
in America, right? We got this thing where all men got to be tough, and you can't express your feelings. You can't express the fact that you're depressed because you're going through postpartum. And it took me a while to figure it out till somebody came to me and told me, said, man, I'm actually suffering from postpartum. And I looked at him and I laughed. I said, nigga, you crazy. Because the nigga said, man, don't laugh. And I said, I ain't gonna laugh. But
And then
before
you
he
did
finished, I
exactly
was
what you
laughing.
said.
So he was like, nah. Then he told me, he said, Bamboo man, he said, man, I'm dead ass, dead ass.
It's a real thing.
And I said, you real? Here she go
Hi,
with the goofy
Nina.
shit. Once you start cutting up, we're gonna give you this fucking red button. I'm telling you that right now. Gap and all.
God, stop being
We give you the red
disrespectful
button.
and
What's up,
harsh to
baby?
the guests, Baldy.
What's up, baby? What's up, baby? How you feeling? I'm
I'm
glad that
well.
you
How are you?
man, I'm chilling. Glad you joined in. What's popping
Yes,
with you?
thank
Yes,
you for
yes,
tuning
yes.
in.
I had to chime in on the favorite child comments and things of that nature and favorite parents.
Okay.
Um, I get the logic behind it from you because people are people. You have better connections with people based on personalities and things of that nature. But from a mother, it's kind of difficult to not love your child. You might not like them all.
So if you had one child, and I mean, like, I know you only have one right now, but if
Yes.
you had one child, if you matter of fact, if you had two children, and one of them you got a straight good connection, right, and then the other one just seems to be disconnected. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just don't seem to be connected like that. You know what I mean? Of obviously that you're gonna love that one child more because y'all got more in common.
I just feel like you're going to be closer to that child, but it doesn't mean that you have to love
Closer,
that child more.
closer means love.
That's
Closer
not
means
true.
love.
That's
It
not
No,
does.
synonymous. That's
Closer
not.
means
It's
love.
not.
Yes,
It
it
does
is.
not. It just
Yes, it
means that
is.
you have a stronger relationship or a bond with that person or child, but it does not mean that you love that person more
I'm
than
gonna
the
say
other.
gotta get a ball.
Listen, closer means love, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that. I'm gonna tell you why I say that because that one child that you closer with, right? Y'all done been through everything together. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
mean, you
it's just
should have
like,
had that with both kids, in my
no,
opinion.
it's not. It's not. Some kids you are just not connected to. And unfortunately, as you get older, the disconnection is more
Well, you
obvious.
can only say that from a dad's point of view, right? Because you're not a mother. You're just
Never,
not. So you're just not.
never.
You're a parent, but you're not a mother. So the disconnect, and you can only have that connection from your standpoint. I can get, but from a mother who actually carries them, it's difficult. Now, depending on the mother, if not every mother has a maternal instinct. So
Right.
that maternal feeling doesn't always kick in and other factors can come into it. Do we like each other? Is the other dad, dad? Other things can cause a factor that the mother can resent that child. And it usually is not because of the child, it's usually because of other things.
Outside
But
factors.
again, that's not the same from what you're saying. It's like you're making it seem like the children we carry, we like them like friends. Oh, well, we went we didn't we ate oodles and noodles every day, and this one only got steak, so I love you more. That's just not how
Your
it
first
works.
child, your first child goes through everything with you. That's your
Yeah,
experimental child. You've
it's
never been a
true, but
parent
that
before.
doesn't
That's
mean
your
I love them
experimental
more.
child. They've been through more with, I'm not saying that's my favorite child either.
Well,
I'm
so
just
here's the
My
saying
thing.
mother's
I was
favorite
the
child
first child.
was my brother,
I was right. I
and I'm
was
the
the
oldest.
first child from 8 and 9 years. I was the only child, right? And my baby brother is the favorite child. So it
Mine's
has,
too,
and
girl.
and now, and I definitely done been through trials and tribulations and been guessing and shit and seeing up. Can this happen with this? That the
Right,
test dummy for real, for real, for
right.
real.
But
that
to
shut up because
people
you was my
around me,
test
they'll
dummy
say that
too.
that's not
Yeah,
true.
everybody test dummy.
You was my
Yeah,
test dummy too.
yeah, like my mother, but I had that conversation with my mother because I did feel that my brother was her favorite child. And what she told me was she had to love us differently. Not
That's
that it wasn't equal,
and I
it was
loved
just
your
different.
mother. I love your mother, and I'm telling you that's bullshit. Because we give them it's bullshit. We give our children that fucking excuse. I gotta love you different because he needs me. He
Not
needs
we give our
he
kids a
needs yeah. He needs special attention from me. No, no,
It was an
no.
assumption.
It's
No, no, it
okay.
was an
It's
assumption.
okay. It's
It was
okay.
an
The fact
assumption.
it's okay that you love that little nigga more than me. It's okay. It's okay because you might not be my favorite parent. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
That
have a favorite parent.
This was a motherfucking lie.
I absolutely do not have a favorite parent.
I'm your guy.
How, how
I'm
can
your
you?
guy.
Well, if
I'm
both
your
parents are
guy.
active and both parents are equally pouring into a child, how can it? I think the child can have segments where they bond with one over the other, but how can you decipher? Now, if one parent is a dickhead or abusive or not around, that's an easy comparison. But we're talking about two healthy,
Active.
mentally stable, active
Well,
parents.
thank
They're just
God.
different.
Thank God I grew up in a one parent home. I didn't have to fucking choose. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
Oh boy.
when my mom did have a boyfriend, I just liked them both equally.
You dislike them both equally. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, no, I don't have a favorite parent. I don't have
Now,
a
Yeah.
favorite
my question
kid.
to you:
That's
do you think that is the
that's watch
reason
your
why
mouth.
you see things the way you see
I
it?
don't
Is
have a
because of
favorite
that?
parent. Matter of
No,
fact, if you want to be my favorite parent, I'm a you got my Zelle. Send some money over.
I'm your guy. You know I'm your guy.
Send
You
me
already
send me
know.
some money, favorite
I'm your
parent.
guy. That's just like what I'm saying.
My favorite
Nina.
parent sends me an
I'm your
allowance
guy.
every month.
No,
Or at
like
least
Nina's not
sends
gonna.
money to their grandkids' retirement account every month. You could just
Nina
send a smooth $50 each kid a month to go to
Nina's
their
not
retirement.
Nina's not gonna admit, what I'm saying, because she don't
Yes,
want to
I
hurt
will.
other people's feelings that
I
I'm
don't care
her
about
guy.
that.
I don't give a fuck about hurting nobody's
She
feelings. I'm
she knows
sorry.
I'm her guy. I'm your guy.
No,
I'm your guy. I'm that nigga.
no, you are. You
I'm that nigga.
absolutely are.
But I don't have a
Definitely
favorite parent.
one of my favorites. No, I definitely have a different favorite. I have favorite family members, 100%.
Of course.
I have favorite family members, but I don't have a favorite parent.
That's if you
Yeah,
keep
well,
saying that, I'm gonna start to feel away because I'm your guy. I'm your guy.
Well, go ahead and get
You
your
know that.
go stand on the
Tell you.
soapbox and get whatever you need to
I'm
wipe your
telling you.
tears, some
And you fucking
tissues.
you 30 something years old and
oh boy.
and don't let me have to go through postpartum for 30 years later because I'm your guy. You know
Postpartum,
that.
that wouldn't be
Yeah.
considered
I
postpartum
would
depression
be
at this point in
depressed.
time. That's
Yeah.
just regular depression.
No, I would
Hey,
be
what
depressed.
was your advice to me? You said when I was like, hey, I had postpartum depression. Actually, I still have a touch of it, but postpartum depression, you told me, well, there's a lot of bridges I could choose from. That's what you told me, right? So there's some same bridges you was recommending to me. Go ahead and hit them
I
bridges.
never said
Make
that to
sure,
you.
make sure, make sure you don't do it on a Friday night or a Saturday night to ruin the good people work schedule and stuff to have to go up
Nah,
there and scrape you
I
off the
didn't say
pavement
that.
or pull you
I said
from the draining system.
my words were, no, I'm not gonna do that because they're gonna cut us off this air. I'm not gonna do that. I'm telling you, them
Your
niggas is
words were
serious,
not
but
supported.
they no. I'm gonna be honest with you. I swear to you,
Rough around the
I was
edges and in the
because I
insides.
was unfamiliar, and I'm like, how the fuck that's going through a stage of depression? So I had
I
to
did
read
too.
up on the shit, and well,
Yes, sir.
listen, I had to read up on the shit, and I was like, oh shit, this is something that they can't fucking control. You feel me? But
You
I'm
know
just
what's crazy is that I
running
feel
my mouth.
like so many people are uneducated on the topic, right? Well, it's not enough information out there about it, right? For women, let alone men. By the way, men are just as susceptible to receiving postpartum depression as women. And in fact, when a woman has it, the partner is likely to have it as well, but it's overshadowed because, the focus is on the mom and the baby right now. And then the dad is secondary, but he absolutely can have it. People don't know either how to respond to somebody saying that they're depressed or how to provide support. So then they say things that are not helpful, like, "Oh, well, you're strong. You'll
You're
be
strong. You'll be
okay.
okay.
You'll get
You'll
through
be
it.
okay.
You've been through tough stuff before. You a tough cookie. Well,
You got
you ain't
this.
die
You
yet. God ain't
you
gonna
got
put nothing
this.
on you that you can't handle. Oh,
You
well,
got this.
you have so and so you'll be all right. That's good support. First of all, you don't know what the fuck so and so is equipped with to be able to handle or not. And like I said, if you're going through it, the person closest to you is likely going through it as well. And then just because you do have one other person, so what? Now that means you can't have support from other people. I did not get any type of outside support for my postpartum depression. I got everything that I just said. Hey, you're strong. Oh,
I
you've been
didn't
through a lot of shit.
I
You
didn't
got
know
this.
I
You
didn't know
got
you
this, and
was
that's
going.
it.
I didn't know
I
you was going
literally
through
sought
postpartum.
medical
I didn't know it.
treatment for more than a year
I didn't know. You told me
and
later
took
on in
herbal
life.
supplements to rebalance my hormonal system and all kinds of stuff. And just everybody's like, oh, had the same expectations of me. Oh, well, Destiny, you're not answering your phone. You're not texting me back fast enough. All this stuff.
Now, were they aware that you were in that mindset
Yes,
at the time you were
yes,
going through it, and
yes.
you
Nah,
were
I
So,
verbal
didn't. I
about it?
didn't
so
know.
yeah,
I
I
didn't
said
know.
it.
She's
So
lying.
initially,
She's
I had to
lying. I
figure
didn't
it out
know.
for myself, right? Like, okay, I think this is what it is. And then it came to reality, okay, this is what it is. And then it took another phase of, okay, in our community, saying that like you're depressed or that you need help in that way is not like something that we just jump into. So then I had to be willing to accept, okay, this is what it is. And hey, I need help. This is beyond me. And
Mhm.
it's for the betterment of not only myself or my children, my family, my husband, my whole household, if I go and get help. Because what good am I if I end up unaliving myself because I got to that point, or the children, or all of it. Like you just come home and everybody in the oven, microwaves and all kind of stuff that people be doing, right? So I was
100%.
like, you know what? This is bigger than me. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the help. So then when I got to the point where I was comfortable enough, because I kind of keep certain things closed on the inside. And so when I got comfortable enough to share with certain people, hey, I actually yeah, I'm going through postpartum depression. And then the
Yeah, that
first
wasn't me
response
though.
is like, I have shared it with you. I absolutely have
Wasn't me.
shared it with you. And what you was like, oh, I mean, you good, you good. You ain't God ain't gonna give you nothing. You can't handle the same shit. You got shine.
But
Shine
by
ain't gonna let
then,
you
you've
know.
already worked through the vulnerability part where they can see it. As Black women, we have to remember that concept of figuring out
Stop
on our
putting
own,
race on
doing
the
it on
shit.
our own.
As
It
women
puts a
as a
mask
whole.
over our face, and they don't see it.
But the
Sometimes you
thing
gotta be
is,
in the ugly, crying like, "Yo, I'm about to lose it." Like sometimes they need to see that, and it's uncomfortable for us because we want to figure it out on our own. But to truly have that village, to truly say, it's time you step in, that transparency needs to be seen.
so
By the
two
time you
things
were
with
able to
that.
talk about it, you were just in a good space. Now, I won't say good space,
Two
but you were able to verbalize it.
two things with that. Anytime I had to bring myself to share it, there were tears because it's more
Right.
and more like it's like more realization that this is what's going on. But also, if I'm telling you, if I'm sharing this with you, you already you know me. You know me. I'm not just
Right.
telling a stranger down the street. You know me.
Mm.
So I shouldn't have to pour a bucket of tears to get empathy and support from you as a family member, close friend / family. If you my friend and we like this, you're family. So as family, if I'm
I don't
telling
agree
you,
with that.
hey, I'm crying out to you, when you say something to me, I don't say, hey, you got to jump through these hoops for me to believe the
That's true.
severity or understand or give support to you. So when I'm
Mm.
coming to you and you never hear me share this level of vulnerability, you never hear me break down and say, hey, this is what's going on, because I am that old strong person. So the fact that I am doing so it speaks more volumes than somebody who shares all day because I came out and shared it, and now it's like I gotta look. I have to look the part of depression in order for you to want to help. That's
No,
bullshit to me.
it just makes it's harder for them to comprehend because that's not your character. And this is someone that went through that. This is
Right,
what I'm trying
right.
to say. Like it has nothing to do with I shouldn't have. You're right. Oh shit. I think it's gone.
Nah,
No,
you're
no,
here,
it's
nigga.
there.
We
You good.
see.
You
Oh,
good.
I'm
We
about to
see.
say what I said. It has a you have. You're 100% right. No, you shouldn't have to go through all that. It should be a simple word, and that it's received. But when you are known for being a soldier, it's hard for them to see you as a human,
Right, but then
and
when
it
you see
doesn't,
the
and it's
soldier
just human
crying,
nature. Right. That changes things. That
but it
changes things.
didn't. It should change things, and it
It
didn't.
should. Right.
It
Well,
It
should,
should.
and it
And
listen.
those
didn't.
who
Well,
don't
listen.
There's
receive that, those
Well,
are the ones
listen.
that you now need to question the vulnerability with. Because now it's like if I come to you bleeding and you're telling me this a paper cut and I'm literally saying I got shot, I could be dead by the time you figure it out. Those are not people that you want to embrace you.
All right,
right.
That's
so
just how I see it as someone who
let's
has been through that.
let's keep it 100.
Oh
I
shit.
didn't. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
didn't
didn't
know
know.
what.
I didn't know you was going through the joint.
Stop.
I
Stop
did
Okay,
not
it.
did you
know.
not
Stop
know or
it.
did you not receive it? Because
He
I
did
that's
did
not
what's
not
out.
receive
know.
it.
I
You
did
didn't.
not
Okay, because
know.
not
I did not
receiving it
know.
is different.
I did not
It's
know.
it's a big difference
Listen
because someone
here.
can. So I've shared things with you and you'll be like, nah, that ain't true, and it could be 100% true, but it's
Whoa, hold
because
on, hold
you
on.
don't
What?
receive
Yes,
it.
and that's
Don't start
exactly what you
Hold
smiling.
did
on,
to
hold
me.
on,
Don't
hold
start
Yes.
on.
smiling.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not
Yes.
gonna do that. We're
Well,
not
it's the
jumping on
truth.
me.
It's
We
it's
not.
not a jump.
Nah.
No, no,
It's
it's
not a
not.
Hell
jump. The
no.
thing
It's
is
just
this. Here's the thing.
Hell
it's
I'm
giving
not
no.
you an
saying that I
example.
didn't think that you loved or cared about me, but it's still my issues were still dismissed. Me crying out for support was still dismissed. And you weren't the only one. It was 99.999% of the people around me. 99.999% of the people around me dismissed. And I felt like nobody gave a fuck. And then it's like once I start lashing out, like, yeah, nah, fuck everybody. I'm cutting
Oh, they
everybody
hear
off.
that
This is what
loud
I'm
and
doing.
clear. Oh, that's
Then
it.
it's
They hear
like,
that loud and
oh,
clear.
you're overreacting. Why are you
Right.
doing this? And it's the like, then you want to blame it on depression. Where was that same energy when I'm telling you this is what's going on? And you're,
I,
so
I
yeah,
didn't know.
no,
I didn't know.
yeah.
But sorry, not sorry.
See,
See
this
We'll,
is the
see that
asshole right
we'll,
there.
you're gone too far, Biz. All
yeah.
you
I
had to
mean,
do is go. I apologize.
I,
I was not there for you.
no,
It's my
we're
fault
past
for
that
not
stage.
receiving
We're
it.
Well,
past that
you
Let's
keep
stage.
move
saying we're
past
past
it.
that stage, but
We're past that stage.
I just said at the start of this
She's not past it
conversation,
if she's saying it.
I still have some of the effects of the postpartum depression. I'm not 100% over the hurdle.
All
I
right,
am at a point where I'm able to function and get through, but I'm not 100% better.
all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hope you get better. We're gonna hope you get better.
That weak ass,
And
flat ass support. Hope we get better.
we're gonna get our girl Des through this because we love her, right? We
And
love her. So what
I
we're
made
gonna
it over the hump. I'm almost in the clear.
made it over the camel's hump. You know what I'm saying. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna move on. Check out the poll that was going on. You know what I'm saying. And again, I do a lot of advertising and shit, but I was put on to this place called the Milkshake Bar, right in Georgia. My nigga. These motherfucking shake. That you know what I'm talking about, right?
Is it the one that from
Is,
Saturday?
is it called the Milkshake Bar?
It's not called the milkshake
What
bar,
is it
but
called? What is it called? It don't cost us nothing to say their
It's
name.
called like no, I'm trying to remember the
I think it's
name.
called the milkshake
The
bar.
Yard House bar, the yard
The
something.
yard
It's
house.
not
The yard
called.
house. The
It's
yard.
not called the
The
milkshake bar.
yard. But
It's
it, they
just
got
they
it's the
got the
yard,
milkshake.
but they got a milkshake bar. And
Yeah.
when I tell you, man,
Now you see why I wanted him to leave at like 10 o'clock at night to go get that milkshake that night.
yeah, oh yeah, oh
And you see, it was
man,
worth it, right? It
yeah,
was worth
oh
it.
man. They had a cookies and cream, and they put a cookie on top of the milkshake with ice cream in the middle of the cookie with another cookie with with the whipped cream. I don't do whipped cream because I'm
But
not about
it's
to maintain
homemade.
that.
It's
There we go. Yeah.
homemade.
Oh man, this spot right here. When I tell you, you get your money's worth. You get your money's worth. Now, if you don't think you going there getting a McDonald's milkshake, because you're not. You get nothing like a McDonald's milkshake. You're not getting a Chick-fil-A milkshake. You're not getting none of that. The cup actually had chocolate around it with little cookie crisp
Sounds
cookies
real
around it. Oh, but we
The
on
straw
vacation.
is so thick
Yeah.
because you can't
Oh,
use it.
pause. But it
Oh
was
wow. I guess
it
that
was
was a pausable
oh
moment.
yeah. Look at them joints. Oh my God. Yeah, man. Shout out to the lady that made our milkshakes and really took the time to put in work. Because I mean, this bitch put her foot in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And across the street, you got people in Atlanta, in Georgia as a whole, fucking liars. There was a pizza spot across the street from the yard, the milkshake bar, that had cold fire pizza. That's the name of the place, cold fire pizza. Pizza fire. They had a hot sausage pizza. Oh God. Oh man, heaven.
That's why you went back and signed up for the gym.
Yeah, because I
Big
ordered the small one. I ordered the small joint.
And went back and ordered another one.
Yeah, I couldn't leave like that. I couldn't leave like that. I couldn't leave like that. When I tell you, I had this is one of the best times I've had in Georgia. One of the best times I've had in Georgia.
Based off my recommendation, so I'll just pat myself on the
The
back.
yard was your recommendation,
And the pizza spot was me and Sean recommendation.
Yeah, facts. But I'm gonna be honest with you now. Everybody know that anybody that know bamboo know that I can't hit Georgia and none of the South without going to the Waffle House. I had such a
And we
wonderful
sent you there too.
I had such a no, I didn't go to that one.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. There. Oh.
Max's. Yep.
Yeah. Ooh.
I told you their pizza was good.
It was great. I finally went to a couple of Waffle Houses that was fucking amazing. I'm talking. It was just the way I like it.
Look, it's not amazing unless somebody was fighting and throwing chairs and having all that ghetto stuff going on. You need the full experience.
The server was just the type of server I was looking for in a Waffle House. He had 2 teeth. 2. And because I went to a Waffle House prior, right? And this chick had all her teeth, and she was like, but the food was like, it was.
Nah, it gotta be a little ghetto for it to be hitting.
This dude had 2 teeth, right? And
I know Meek over there laughing.
He had a little snot on the tip of his nose.
See, no. I immediately no.
He had a little snot on the tip of his nose. And he answered, he said to me, he said, with the 2 teeth, he said, welcome to the Waffle House. How can I help you? I said, yeah, this shit gonna be slapping.
No, not with the booger sitting there. I cannot do it because if bro breathe a little hard, then it's gonna fly off and fall on you like
it was not a booger. It was like a little snot, but it was the clear snot. It was just on his nose, like you could tell.
Yeah, but like, what if he was over the food, chefing it up, right? Like, suppose bro, because they got the grill, right? So suppose he over there chefing it up, and then the long string just come and then
Nah,
boop
nah,
right in the
nah.
eggs, and just you just keep
When I tell
stirring
you,
it up.
the experience that I had in Georgia and they Waffle Houses this time, oh, there you go. When I tell you, so listen, shout out to the Waffle House. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, everything. And I told you guys I was going to mention you on the podcast. And, shout out to the Waffle House. You feel me? And, appreciate the experience that you guys showed me and my family.
Don't
You
tell
know,
me that you said something to that guy about his teeth, because I know you.
oh, I ain't had to say nothing because when I look at people, it's a certain look that I give you with, like, I'm looking at something. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just not, but no matter what, I'm looking at it because I don't hide the shit. But, shout out to the Waffle House for getting orange juice in the jar. They're no longer fucking up the mixture. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. You feel me? Shout out to Max Cold Fire Pizza. They treated me and my family like real hospitable. You know what I mean? Shout out to your recommendation, the yard. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. You know what I mean? I told y'all I was gonna mention y'all and I appreciate you. You feel me? And
I gotta catch up in these comments though.
oh, I'm
So
about to
we
dismiss
have
everybody. But go
no, you're
ahead.
not. The
I
favorite
said I
child
was.
also causes a rift in the sibling circle, which it does. And then we have a
Who
poll.
said that? I need to
It
know who said that because there's a certain person
Rock
that
Rolla
that
is
I'm
not your
waiting
person. No,
that I'm waiting to
that's
come on
Renee.
because she says it all the time. I'm my dad's precious. She knows she's the favorite.
See? And oh, Trinika has said I have different relationships with each of my kids.
That's the one I'm looking for.
Let's see. A poll is said, is it okay for a man to share he has postpartum? 81% said yes. 18 said no. I'm surprised people said no. Why is it whoever said no? Elaborate on why do you feel it's not okay for a man to share that he has postpartum depression?
Because
What do you feel is so
a
wrong
lot of
with it?
people still think it's not cool for a man to show his feelings. A lot of people still think it's cool, not
Yeah,
cool.
but then we want them to act human. In order to act human, you have to do humane things. So sharing feelings is a part of that process. So do you want humans or do you want savages? Which one? You can't get both.
That's crazy. Because I'm a savage and a human.
You're
I'm a
absolutely
savage.
not. You're
I'm a
mentally ill, is what you
savage.
are.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, B. Again, while I was in Georgia this weekend, it's I it actually showed me why I am the way I am. You know
Oh
what I
boy,
mean?
here we go.
No, I had a great time in Georgia. I promise you I did. You know what I mean? But some people did some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, I can only look at my wife and be like, this is why I am the way I am. This is why Bamboo has to be present all the time. Maurice can never be by himself because Maurice is vulnerable. Bamboo always has to be present because when people do fuck shit, I gotta call them out on it. Yes, I'm saying, and Maurice will let the shit slide. Maurice be like, "Yeah, man, don't worry about it, my nigga. We good." But Bamboo, he ain't having that. And
Mm.
trust me when I tell you, I am the way I am because people made me like this.
Okay, okay. You say that
Y'all
every
made a
time.
beast. You made a beast. You gotta fucking deal with them now.
And so another poll said favorite family members okay. 85% said yes, 14% said no. And then let's see,
Of
we
course, you
have
can have
It's Your
favorite
Boy
family.
said you can't tell someone how to deal with depression like you can't tell someone how to grieve. So I do agree with that. Bamboo should have, this is another poll. Bamboo should have known how to handle death postpartum better. 62% said no, 37% said yes. The thing is, I don't feel like you should have known how to deal with it better because how you don't know what you don't know. Um,
Right.
and that's just what it is. Like, I'm not blaming or holding any grudges over, but it's once people have the knowledge and then now they do know is what you do once you know. It's not what you do when you don't know, it's what you do once you've been educated and you know, and you still choose to make poor decisions. So
That's what I'm telling you, Des.
um
You're my guy. I love
you're
you,
my
B.
guy,
You're
my
my guy.
guy.
Nina, you're
um
my guy. Yes, I'm
It's Your
saying.
Boy also
I
said,
know.
let me see, Georgia has delicious food and places to eat. That, I mean, I will have to say pause
Ah,
because it's not, I disagree with that. Y'all have a few locations, but I wouldn't say like, oh, so delicious. Like, yeah,
I
no,
have to
in
go
my
to.
opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
And then also he said, what about the reception food?
Oh shit.
Was the reception food
They
trash?
set me up, man. They yeah,
He said
see?
finger looking good places. Well, drop some in the comments,
Listen,
it's your boy, because I haven't had nothing that was finger looking good.
listen,
And
because I
I'm
did
trying to
tell
have
him
stuff that hit.
I
Every
did
time I have cap, right,
I
right,
did
big.
I did tell him that I was going to do this, and I'm a man of my word. But when I go
No,
ahead.
I'm just thinking like, is he? Do you obviously you know him? Is he from Georgia? Because I feel like when you're from a place and you haven't had much outside of the place, you feel like yours is good. But then when you try other things, you realize yours is not as good. And I feel like a lot of the people in Georgia feel like, oh, the food is so good. And then when they go other places, they realize it don't hit. And so because we
Okay.
already coming from the outside,
So
like compared to who? What are your
so
standards?
what he's referring to is when I go to people's weddings, receptions, I rate I literally rate their food. I literally, I just do that. And you know, again, I went to one wedding, and I'm not afraid or ashamed to do it. I got my favorites of each wedding that I've been to.
Mm-hmm.
So out in the air, because during the reception they was like, oh yo, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. So I went to my wife's cousin wedding, and that was my first wedding going to in Georgia. I was impressed because she was a hairstylist for Keisha Knight Pullman, and I was impressed that we were actually sitting next to Keisha Knight Pullman. So I was impressed with that, right? But that's where it ends. That's where it ends. So the next wedding I went to,
Don't forget to
and
subscribe, guys.
the next wedding I went to was my guy Demetrius and his wedding. And Demetrius' wedding, when I tell you, this fucker had colossal shrimps with
Mm,
colossal.
Were they cooked? But were they cooked
I'm about to
with
tell you,
perfection?
they had colossal shrimp with stuffing that had baby shrimp in the stuffing. So it was shrimp stuffed with shrimp. So nobody has compared to that part of the
Was the
reception.
shrimp perfectly cooked though?
Oh God, yes.
Immaculate. Okay,
But
because
you gotta
shrimp.
also understand that meat is is his perfection. If it ain't perfect, he ain't having it.
Okay,
Right?
good,
And his
good.
wife is the same way. So after that, we went to Lynette's wedding, and they had these chicken and waffles
Mm,
appetizers,
mm,
right?
mm, mm.
But you didn't have to put no syrup on them.
That's how my kids' school, the chicken and
Oh,
waffles that they have at that school, God blew his
when
breath
I
when they
tell
said,
you, when I tell you to perfection, then they had these burgers that they called rattlesnakes, right? They had
mm-hmm.
rattlesnake burgers. They wasn't made out of snake, but they was called rattlesnake burgers because they gave you a bite. Oh my God, perfection. But then her husband topped it off because he had Howard Hewitt sing to his wife, right? So when it comes to entertainment in those two appetizers,
Mm-hmm.
man, you on top.
Listen, sounds
But
like they got money.
when I tell you the reception that we came from this weekend, the love and the love that was in the atmosphere was just out of this world. When I tell you that, these are two people that really deserve each other. And when I tell you that he made a statement during one of his speeches, and it made so much sense, is because we had people from all over at his reception, and he made a speech, and he said that this is the first time that we've all gotten together, and we wasn't standing or sitting over somebody's body. We
Right.
wasn't at a funeral, and it was the love in the air almost made, and then we had people there that almost died from bleeding on their brain, and they made a amazing recovery.
That's
And we seen a
great.
whole bunch of folks that just so from that aspect of it, the emotional, that it was the most emotional wedding that I mean reception that we could have gone to. But to sum it up, Mitras had the food, Lynette and DJ had the entertainment, and the
Your mic is sounding like a little muffly right now.
Lynette and DJ had the
Mm-mm.
that's Shanina. That's Shanina. We about to give you the red button, Shanina. If you ain't got a deity,
You saw the face she gave you.
you ain't got a deity or a robe, we about to give you the red button. But
Anyway, well, we
but
do thank you for being here
facts, we do. And you
and
look
jumping
lovely.
on and sharing your
Your
opinion.
your forehead couldn't been that much better. We love you. You know what I'm saying? Love you, baby. But but DJ and Lynette, the entertainment and the rattlesnakes and the appetizers was flavor.
And
Um Go
also
ahead.
too, before we finish, Crystal says that Charlotte don't hit either. And I look forward to going to other places.
Well,
So
that's
hopefully we
Crystal's
got some
fault.
foodies.
That's Crystal's fault. And I'm gonna tell you why that's Crystal's fault. Because Crystal's daughter actually does amazing cakes. She went to school for this shit. They
No,
do
that's not
amazing
yet.
cakes
But
and they do
people be
amazing
wanting a
cooking.
variety of different types of food and all kind
So
of stuff.
so put your shit out there. We went to this dude named Messy Jesse, right? He had barbecue by the gas station. He grew up in Stratford. Messy Jesse, it was the best barbecue I ever had in my life.
I don't
They
eat
called
barbecue,
him Messy
so
Jesse. He's in Conyers, but no, he wasn't in Conyers. I'm just
she said
talking.
food. She means food, 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 food. But
Crystal throws
anywho,
a good dish together herself.
the whole point is don't nobody want to be cooking all the time. I cook all the time too. Once in a while, you want somebody else to chef it up. The last thing you want is to spend a lot of money somewhere and feel like, oh, I could have made this better at home. A lot better. For
Well,
had a lot more food for a lot less.
Carrie, if you want people, Messy Jesse gave people the Stratford experience in Georgia. He gave
Well,
them the
I
experience.
don't eat barbecue
When
sauce,
I
so
no, when I tell you his rib tips was fire,
don't eat pork.
he listen. He had rib tips. He had pulled pork. His string beans was fire.
Don't eat string beans.
And he had a blue velvet Hawaiian cake with toasted coconut.
I don't like
Oh
coconut
man,
and blue
fire!
velvet sounds like a lot of dye. I don't know. Maybe I'm bougie, but
All
yeah,
right.
no.
Well, listen again, man. Before we get up out of here, because I 3 o'clock come quick. Listen, I appreciate everything that everybody has done for me in Georgia this weekend. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see you guys again. Again, it's okay to have a favorite parent, in my opinion. It's okay to
Mm.
have a favorite parent. It's okay to have a favorite child. It's okay for men to express that they're going through postpartum. And to last but not least, Chris tore Quavo ass up.
Your boy said next time you're in ATL, he'll show you the best spots. And then the last poll that said which state has the best food, Connecticut or Georgia? 60% said
Oh,
Connecticut.
Connecticut all day.
40% said Georgia. I mean, Georgia didn't slap yet. For me, I mean, I have a lot of
It's
places that I need to go to, but so
what's the
far, I mean,
what's the holdup? Everybody, majority of the people that's in Georgia is from the north. Majority of the people,
mm,
so the restaurant should be slapping.
no, but
No,
it's the ones that's here. These are the native Georgians that are running the restaurants.
man, listen.
Again, I just
All
think it also could just do with our acquired taste for the different regions and stuff. I'm not saying that everything is, oh my God, terrible, nasty, but it's just nothing that I've been like wowed or impressed about. Like I just when I had picture Georgia, I had picture like, oh, like Southern food, Southern eats, like, okay, everything in here should be like, the auntie with the elbows and everything. Everything should go down. And that haven't been the case. But
and
anyway.
and for your record, you know, Eric always throws the most bomb buffets the next day at his crib. So, it
Mm.
all kinds of oh man, this dude throws
You've
down.
been talking about food for the last 15 minutes. You
No, listen
hungry?
what I'm telling you. Scrambled eggs.
I
We
don't eat
talking
scrambled
about
eggs.
we talking about shrimp and grits. We
That's
talking
somebody.
about fried fish and grits. We
That's
talking
somebody.
about, oh man, this man threw it down. So, everybody got their own specialties. But listen, that's our time. And I
Thank you
appreciate
for
y'all
being
for
here,
joining in. Don't forget to
guys.
like, subscribe, and share. You know what I mean? We're
Tell
gonna
a
we're
friend to
gonna
tell a
wrap it
friend to
up.
tell a
Tell a
friend.
friend to tell a friend. And feel free to hit that subscribe button, like, subscribe, and share. And
Subscribe,
that's our
subscribe,
show. We out.
subscribe.
Love you like a fat woman love cake.
You are the fat woman that loves cake.
Yeah, man.